I've been off to Google again, and I'm going to get I've got this cartoon dog, as you can see, and using on the basis of the animations that you guys have just done, it would be fairly easy to give this dog blinking eyes and a moving tail. But what I'm thinking also might be quite a nice touch to do with this particular dog is to give him sort of feet that sort of look like they're sort of, I don't know, just moving slightly, a little animation of the feet. And well, actually I'm going to take the bone out as well, because I'm going to use that to show you some little shape twinning later on. We'll get the dog to ultimately look like it's chasing the bone. So what I've done now is I'm just going to copy that, and we'll go over to Fireworks, and we'll just go File and New here. And I'm going to press OK. I've got my transparent, and I'm going to paste this on. I have a bit of a problem here. Let's just get rid of the background first of all, like we would normally do. Just hold down Shift and we'll get rid of all of that. I've got a bit of a problem in that it's a shame that the sort of bone is overlapping the dog's foot. Not actually a problem to get that sorted. What I'm going to do, and it's going to take a little bit of time here, is I'm just going to simply take that, and I'm going to Control C. So copied that. You can right click copy, you can go to edit and copy. It doesn't make any difference. So I'm going to go File and New. Press OK, and I'm just going to paste that. And what we've got is the dog with the bone here. I just want to get the bone first of all, get that graphic out. So I'm just going to zoom in. Again, I'm going to have to use Control Plus. I haven't got a wheel, but no problem. I'm going to take the rubber this time, and we're simply going to lose that. You might have to sort of just be patient with me here for a moment. Yeah, this is going to be a pain. I'm going to do it very roughly. You guys can take far more time and be far more accurate than I am going to be. Although I'm actually not doing too bad a job here. Actually, that's pretty good. So, black arrow, you find we've got this canvasy bit here. So I'm going to fit that canvas, and I'm going to File, Save As, and make sure that it's a GIF. Which we will call bone, I suppose, would make sense. Let's go back to here, and now we're going to need to get rid of the bone. Let's take a nice big rubber here, and I'm also going to think, well, actually, hold on a minute, I'm going to get rid of that foot. And you're thinking, no, you silly man, why are you doing this? Well, what I'm kind of hoping to do is copy this foot and then flip it. I'm going to just go Control C, Control V. It looks like nothing's happened, but actually what I have is a separate copy of the foot here. And you can see, if I come over here into the layers, that I actually have two layers. And I'm going to switch off this background layer so I can just focus on this foot. And we're going to Control Plus, and we're going to zoom in. And I'm just going to take a rubber for the moment. It's a little bit on the large side. A little bit, it's a lot on the large side. And again, I'm not going to spend too long making this absolutely perfect, because you'll get bored. In fact, actually, let's do a little technique here. Let's take a rubber down, and we'll take it very small, and we'll just make a break. See where the black bits on the edge of the dog there meets the foot? Well, if I break that black bit like that, I can then actually probably use the magic wand to increase the tolerance. Oh, too far. Yeah, look, we'll just press delete on that one, and then we can use the magic wand and press delete on that one. Press escape. I've got a few snaffly bits there. I've no idea what snaffly means, but I'm sure you get the idea. And we'll do that, and we'll get rid of that. And let's bring back that other layer now. And let's zoom out. Oh, zoom out. Oh, I thought I did zoom out. That's weird. Anyhow, look. If I've got this layer here, use my free transform, I can just flip that round. Ooh, that's interesting. I was expecting to have a free transform. For some reason I decided to use a different tool. That's interesting. I was kind of hoping I could just flip that round. Oh, of course I can do it like that. Actually, what am I doing? Transform. Flip on the horizontal. That's what I'm looking for. Stupid man. There you go. Pretty good. No problem. Let's get those two layers. Hold down Shift, and we'll modify and we'll flatten those. And I think then I am just simply going to be an idiot. I didn't want to do that at all. Because what I wanted to do was the following. I want to copy that. I'm going to, what I want is a moving foot, isn't it? So what we're going to do is let's just right click and copy that, file, new, press OK, and we'll paste that on, and we'll file and we'll save as, and we'll make it a GIF which I'll call dogfoot, and press save. Now I'm kind of deliberately going to do this wrong, in that I'm going to need this dog graphic. I don't actually want this now. I don't know what I was trying to do there by making them match up, because the whole point is that I want to actually get rid of the feet. So how am I going to do that? Well, I don't have to do it absolutely perfectly. What I'm going to do is, let's just zoom in, and we'll take away some of the foot there. No, actually I made a little bit of a mistake there. Let's just take away most of the foot round there, and we'll take away most of the foot round this side. Fabulous. And then what I'm going to do is just zoom in. This will begin to make sense, by the way, when we start doing the stuff in flat. Out Control Plus. I want to sort of replace, using our rubber stamp, I'm just going to take this and just put some of that brown in there, and then we're going to take some of that and put that there. So that gets rid of, whoop, let's click away at rubber stamp, let's take some of that brown and put that there. There's a couple of ways of doing this actually. You could do that, or you could just take a brush, take your dropper, which is here, choose your colour, in this particular case this brown, then take your brush and you can sort of rub that over like so. And I'm going to have to do the I'm going to take the brush again, use my dropper again, take the darker brown, take my brush, and let's put that there. Now you're probably thinking this is going to look like a mess. Well, trust me, when we actually make the animation, it might be a little bit messy, but it wouldn't be too bad. The whole point is that I think that's going to do. What ultimately I'm going to do is just drop this dog foot on top of these two sort of areas here, and then we'll make them rotate. So I'm going to leave it like that. You'll see when we get back there. Let's go File. Oh, let's fit the canvas first of all. Black arrow, and we'll fit the canvas. And let's File and Save As, and we'll call this a GIF, and we'll call it dog, and we'll press save. Fantastic. Let's go back to Flash, and let's drag all those things into the library. So File, Import to the library, and I'm going to need dog, I'm going to need dog foot, and I'm going to need bone. Nope, I press Shift instead of Control rather than Shift. Okay, they're all in there. Alright, let's make a little movie clip first of all. Insert new symbol, which I'm going to be a movie clip. I'm going to call it MC Dogfoot, because we're going to make the foot move. Press OK. Let's drag in the dogfoot graphic. A graphic so important that we must name it. Right click, convert to symbol, GRP, dogfoot. A graphic rather than a movie clip, and that gives us our blue line. Fabulous. Now we can actually start animating it, and I'm going to do a nice simple animation here. I'm just going to make the dog foot move very slightly using my free transform. I'm going to make it, shall I make it go up and down? No, I'll make it rotate left and right just a fraction. So we'll go like that. We'll go to frame 5, we'll insert a keyframe, we'll rotate it round a little bit, and we'll go to frame 10 and we'll insert a keyframe, and we'll rotate it back a little bit, and hopefully 1 and 10 should be roughly in the same place. That's cool. Let's motion tween that. Okay, let's go and make the dog now. Insert, new symbol, MC underscore dog. That's correct. If we make it a movie clip, press OK. Let's bring on the dog. Here he comes. Oh, he's a bit on the big side. Let's zoom out. And you're thinking, what a mess that is. No problem. I've got a movie clip of a dog foot, which I'm going to put there. And I'm just going to move that down into place. And guess what I'm then going to do? I'm going to copy it. And I'm going to right click and I'm going to paste it. But using my free transform tool, I'm going to turn it round. Like so. And I'm going to put that one down like that. And you can see now that we'll actually have, oh, move them down a little bit. You can see now that it covers up those messy bits that I'd made. Okay, does it work? Well, let's drag MC Dog onto the canvas and press Control Enter. His little feet move. There you go. Yeah, alright, you could argue it's a little bit messy down there, but the whole point is that we now actually have some animated feet on the dog. And of course, I could have animated its tail, just like we did in the cat. I should tell you what, just close that down for a moment. Let's get rid of the owl in the background. Just like we did with the cat, the dog could have had an animated tail. The dog could have had blinking eyes if you want to, but now he does actually have some animated feet. Now, I think those feet are a little bit on the slow side, and this is the great thing about doing everything separately. If I go back to MC Dogfoot, I can actually, if I just remove a frame there, and let's remove a couple of frames from there, what will happen now is when we go back to the scene 1, the dog's feet should move a little bit quicker because I've reduced the number of frames of the animation. You can see his feet are going pretty quick now. I could have had them moving up and down to show running, I don't know, but the whole point is that ultimately what we're going to do, and the next thing I'm going to come on to, is the dog will start sort of off the screen. I'm going to put the bone on a bit of string that gets snapped across, and then the dog's going to chase it across the screen. So that's something we're going to look at in the next movie. But if what we'd like you to do is now, perhaps as well as making animated tails and animated eyes, maybe you could move the feet on one or two of your animals. Give it a go anyway.